We're back. Legendary, episode 2. Let's get it.
Ain't it obvious? I just got the check for depositing. $750 for the sound wave to get it processed. Won't stop till that shit weighing down my pockets. My main things to my main thing. She a blossom. When she ease the pain with the brain, she a doctor. She open up anything thicker than the plot gets. Swear that shit is awesome. Sight for the optics. Young nigga on top. Nike's all I'm rocking, so that all they see is checks from where the head to where the socks fit. No logo on the bifocal, flicking no roach tips. Won't even show my face until all the shows booked. Need the cash in advance, leave them all social. I'm the guy they chosen. Rise up like the rose and put them on a poster. All the way up in the sky where the stars posted. Sip it on that rose, I put it down on coasters. Stack francs from the waves till I own the ocean. More praises for the sayings, let it all soak in. They like, hey, that shit is flame, bitch, I know I rode it. Going tight.
Okay, so we're back. If you're like, hey, she still has the same makeup and the same wife beater on, you are correct, because it's been 2 seconds since I just did the last review. Okay, so let's get into it. So episode 2 is called Once Upon a Time. It's the fairy tale ball. So there will be 3 categories. Voguing with hair whips. The guest judge is, let me get the 3 categories because I feel like I'm jumping around. So voguing with hair flips is category number 1. Number 2 is the face category. Number 3 is called 3 Fab Mice. And that's 3, it's the walking category, and it's a 3 in unison coordinated runway walk. Okay, so they have guest judges, and the guest judge this week is fine ass Tyson Beckford. That's right, I said fine ass, chocolatey, beautiful, been beautiful my whole life, as long as I've known that man has existed. Tyson Beckford. So this is how it's gonna go. With the judging, you either get 10s across the board or you get chopped. There's no in between. So your shit better be together. Again, House of Ebony. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back in. So they actually have a performance coach. They have like a workroom with a stylist that they work with to get their looks together, and then they have the shade room, which is like a practicing space or a hangout space. I'm not exactly sure what the shade room is or what it's supposed to be, but I'm sure that'll come more into play as the season goes along. So the first category that they're doing is the voguing with hair whips, which is called the Rapunzel effect. When I say this show is every motherfucking thing, everything. Okay. And because I don't want to be disrespectful to the young man, hold on. Let's see. Host of His name is Deshaun Wesley. Deshaun Wesley is that young man's name. I just didn't want to be disrespectful where I got everyone else's name right and I did not get his name right. So the young man who is emceeing the show, his name is Deshaun Wesley, and he does an amazing job. Okay. All right. So in it's called the Rapunzel effect. If your hair falls out, you're getting chopped. Shout out to my mother, Spill It Boy TV, who has that, I know he's going to watch. I'm going to text him and see if he's watching the show, because if not, he needs to. He absolutely needs to, and he needs to commentate, because that's what I need in my life. So, let's get to the houses. So, I'm going to give you the name of the house and whether they got a 10 or whether they got chopped. That's what we're doing, because it's a lot we got to get through. So, first was the House of Saint Laurent. They got 10s across the board. The House of Ninja got 10s across the board. The House of Gorgeous Gucci, 10s across the board. The House of Ebony, of course, got 10s across the board. Escada, the House of Escada got chopped. The House of Lanvin, they got 10s across the board. I hate mispronouncing. And the House of Balmain got chopped. The House of West, hair fell off. They got chopped. So we then go into battle rounds because they're battle rounds. So everyone who got 10s then go to a battle round. So the first battle round was the battle versus Ninja versus Saint Laurent. The young lady from Ninja won that battle. Then they had a 3-way battle because it was 5 of them that moved on to the battle rounds, and they didn't want to have it like 2 and 2, and then somebody had to go twice to battle the last person. So it was a 3-way battle between Ebony, Lanvin, and Gucci. And Lanvin won the 3-way battle. All right, so then there was the final battle between Ninja and Lanvin. And at this point, the judges picked who was the winner. And the winner was the House of Ninja. So the House of Ninja has taken the Rapunzel effect voguing with hair whips category. So the next category is face. And that category this week is called Mirror, Mirror. So this one, baby, they should have just gave it to the House of Lanvin from the jump. And just go. Okay, we're not even going. Because young man gave. That's just my personal. So the House of Lanvin got 10s across the board. The House of West got chopped. The House of Gorgeous Gucci got 10s across the board. The House of Ninja got chopped. The House of Ebony got 10s across the board. The House of Balmain got chopped. House of Escada got chopped. The House of Saint Laurent got 10s across the board. So we then go into the battles. So the first battle was Lanvin versus Gucci, and Lanvin won. And then Saint Laurent versus Ebony, and Saint Laurent won. And then there was the final battle between Lanvin and Saint Laurent won. Now that little boy is gorgeous. Let me just, like I said, I have a wonky lash, so y'all gonna get this hair over this eye today. The young man from Saint Laurent had cheekbones you could cut carrots on. Like, he was beautiful. And his teeth, it's about your face, your skin, your teeth, everything. I would never walk face category because no. But young man from Saint Laurent, you did that because Mama Erica was trying to eat your dinner. She was coming for the gig, but the young man helped one out. So then we go to the runway walk category, and it's called 3 Fab Mice. So it's about a unison walk, and very fashionable. You have to be very coordinated, and you can't miss any steps. So this is where they got super cutthroat, the judges. So let's go into it. So, because we're going to talk about it at the end. So Saint Laurent chopped. House of Lanvin got 10s across the board. House of Balmain got chopped. House of Ninja got chopped. House of Ebony got chopped. House of Escada got 10s across the boards. House of West got chopped. House of Gorgeous Gucci got chopped. Only 2 houses made it through that walking category. Now, the category was called 3 Fab Mice. And a couple of the houses were actually dressed in like mice costume. Mice was the theme because it was 3 Fab Mice. But the only 2 teams that made it did not get chopped. Neither one of them had mice in any way, shape, or form as part of their aesthetic. And so once they got to the top 2, Law Roach was like, wait a minute, some of these teams need to get caught. We need to call some of these teams back because these 2 teams that are in the top, neither one of them have any mouse anything. And so there was a big argument between the judges. Like, it was like, well, no, they got chopped. Naomi was like, no, they missed a step. Then they should have been more coordinated. If you missed a step, you got chopped. If you wasn't in sync, you got chopped. Tell them to do better next time. We don't give a damn about their fashions. But fashion was part of the category, so I don't. Okay. But Naomi was like, no, it was about walking in unison. They didn't do it. Next time, tell them work better on their performance, more on their performance and less on their costume. I said, oh. And so finally, Deshaun had to put his foot down and say, whoever has chopped has been chopped. Whoever got tens, that's who we're here now. And we're going into the final battle. We are not calling anyone back. Point blank, period, the end. Period. Okay. So then Lanvin and Escada had their battle, and Lanvin won that particular category. So we then get to the end. So all house parents are called to the floor. And so they say, okay, so this is what happens now. So this is at the end, this is the final. This is because this is the first elimination. So this is how eliminations are going to work. They call all the house parents to the floor. Whoever wins for the week is safe. Everybody else is up for elimination. Point blank, period. It's either win or you gone. You just go big or go home. There's no in between. There's no safe. There's no none of that. So this week, the superior house for the week is Lanvin. So they get to hold the trophy, and they are safe, and they get to walk off. Now there is a final Vogue battle. So, they get down to the final two houses that are left. They start picking off houses. You safe, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do this. They have a battle. They all did a battle. And then they said, okay, well, you are safe, you are safe, you are safe, you are safe. So in the final Vogue battle, it is Balmain versus West. Now, the young gentleman from Balmain was in it 150%. So the house father, they say to the house parents now, who do you call up to participate in the final battle for your house? So the house father of Balmain said, I'm going to walk for our house. And then the house parent for West called up one of the daughters and said, come on up here, daughter, slay the kids down. So they had a couple final words, but you could literally see, he's like, I'm doing, the house father of Balmain, he's like, I'm doing this for my kids. You know, I love them and I want to show them that we are winners. Cool. And you could see, like, he was physically bubbling up with emotions. Baby girl, not so much. She was like, I'm here to kill the game. Music, please. Somebody cue my music. So they get down to the final battle. They're giving it an ow, bow, kick it a cow, ow, ow, poo, pow. And I was all in. Like, I was screaming. I was stressed out. And I was screaming at my TV. Like, well, I was screaming at my iPad. But you know what I mean. So I'm hollering and screaming at the thing. And then we finally get to the judges. And the judges pick the house that gets to stay. And it was a tie up until the last person, who was Tahani. And she chose to save Balmain. And so, unfortunately, the House of West has been escorted out of the competition. And so we have 7 houses left. Again, I'm rooting for House of Ebony because I'm biased, because my name is Ebony. Once again, I'm going to reiterate this at the end of this video because I really want people to be able to watch this. This content is available on HBO Max. I believe they dropped the whole season. So tomorrow I'll do episode 3 and 4. If I can, if that's indeed what it is. They did drop the whole season at one time, like Netflix. So if you have HBO as on your service provider, like your Spectrum, your Cox Cable, Hulu, you can download the app. You have to download the app. Because I tried through the Hulu and I added HBO Max through my Hulu. And when I did, this content still isn't on HBO and Hulu HBO Max through Hulu. I had to download the HBO Max app onto my iPad, sign in with my Hulu account, and then I was able to get the content, the Legendary show, to be able to watch it. So I just want to reiterate it so that as many people as possible can get to I know what I'm saying. So can get to this content so you can see it for yourself because it's absolutely worth watching. I'm all in. Do you not understand? I am all in. I'm finna go find pictures for my thumbnails now. So please, if you've seen it, comment down what house you are voting for. Which house do you think that you would be a part of? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.